And welcome in, backyard sports fans, backyard baseball fans, and everyone of the like. We've got a really big, important matchup here between two heavyweights, KC and Loba, and this is the first ever stream of the Backyard Baseball Dynasty League. It is not our sanctioned Backyard Baseball online league. It is an offshoot created by one of our community members, Disky. And it's a really fun concept where it's very similar to our sanctioned Backyard Baseball online league, but we have the wrinkle of player contracts and team salaries and player salaries, and you're trying to manage the players on your team, which ones you want to keep from season to season, managing how much their contracts are. You can bid on players in the auction draft at the beginning of the season. Really fun concept. We've had some really fun games, and we're trying to show it off here on the Backyard Sports Center. And as you can see, two teams that are having really good seasons in what is now season 2 of this Dynasty League, KC and their Daisy Queen Bees, kind of a offshoot of that patented KC Hornets that they always use in the Backyard Baseball Online League. And then, of course, Loba's classic Florida Marlins. I don't think they've ever used another team in any league. RBBL, BBOL, and now what is the BODL. And so while these two coaches get their teams, make the call and set their teams and whatnot, I just want to give you a few reminders here before we go over the two teams we're facing off. If you missed it, a couple of weeks ago, we had a super exciting, really big Backyard Baseball 2026 tournament with some of your favorite Backyard Baseball content creators, such as Squidlegs and Jfish and Trod, and a bunch of others. If you missed that, the VOD is still up. You definitely want to go check that VOD out, or go to YouTube and watch that video on YouTube. It was 5 hours. A little bit of baseball, a lot of bit of fun. You definitely want to go watch that if you were not able to catch parts of it or all of it. And while these coaches are getting set up, we'll go over the rosters for our two teams here tonight. For KC's Daisy Queen Bees, both these teams have dirt yards as their home field. And the Daisy Queen Bees are led by Ken Griffey Jr., one of everyone's favorite players in the Backyard Baseball games. Kenny Lofton, the speedy Kenny Lofton, who's always a good player, but especially a really good player at dirt yards. They've also got Jose Canseco, their second big power bat, with Ken Griffey Jr. They've got Nomar Garcia Parra, a great player all around, can do a little bit of everything, can do it really well. Alicia Blakely, Lena Ang, Omar Stefano, Shane Smith, and Joella Menotti. And then for the home team, Loba and their Florida Marlins, Jay Green and Tanya Lesko are their big heavy hitters, but they've also got Sophie Meyer for just a triple threat in power. They've also got Sally Dobbs and Larry Walker, who are great defensive pieces and can definitely help on the offense as well. Nikki Winston, the power-hitting catcher. Donald Vogel, Scary Gary Allen, one of the favorites here on the Backyard Sports Center stream, and Mandy Coolidge. And it looks like we are all ready and set for some baseball here, as Jay Green is starting on the mound for the Florida Marlins. And, of course, Kenny Lofton, a prototypical leadoff bat, takes strike one on the inside corner, and that is how this one starts. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled away, a high slow ball. And so quickly now, Jay Green ahead 0-2 and having to swing and defend at that high hook, but it's going to be a good one. Takes a bounce, and the throw is not in time. Kenny Lofton hustles out an infield single. What else is new from Kenny Lofton? So not a bad start for Jay Green. Got ahead in the count, but some good hitting and good running there from Kenny Lofton. As this is first pitch swinging, Shane Smith. That's going to get into right field. Kenny Lofton is going to slide into third base safe. And moving up into second base is Shane Smith, as if you throw it to second, Kenny Lofton would most likely make his way home with how speedy he is. So very quickly now, all of a sudden in 2 pitches, we've got 2 runners in scoring position for the big bat of Ken Griffey Jr. So really getting into it here right at the start of the game. Jay Green thinks and fires and just barely misses that bottom inside corner, but not a bad pitch from Jay Green, but Ken Griffey Jr. with a good eye. And then is going to take that hook in the bottom middle of the zone. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1, a fastball swung on and popped up. Sally Dobbs ranging back. This should get Kenny Lofton home. Sally Dobbs makes the catch, and what a horrible throw by Sally Dobbs. That's going to allow Shane Smith to move up to third base, and now he's thinking about going home. He trips the relay to Jay Green, and he is going to score as that one gets away from the pitcher. So a sac fly turns into 2 runs as there was a bad throw from Sally Dobbs and then another bad throw from the shortstop, Donald Vogel. So 1 out now, and 2 runs are already in for Jose Canseco, the third baseman of the Daisy Queen Bees, even though in the game it says Hornets. We don't have the ability to have custom logos in the game, but both these coaches have their own custom logos. As Jose Canseco is ahead in the count, 3 balls, no strikes, although it looks like an intentional walk, but forcing Jay Green to at least throw another pitch with that swing, and finally Jose Canseco will accept the out as a little bit of a visual glitch is happening here. What else is new with Backyard Baseball 2001? 25-year-old game at this point. So now Jose Canseco with a walk on first base. That brings up Alicia Blakely. Decent amount of power. Not the fastest player. And she swings and skies this one to left field. It looks like Tanya Lesko is going to make the catch. She is. And so heading back is her counterpart, her clone, Jose Canseco. So now there's 2 outs. Jose still on first. 2 runs already in for the Daisy Queen Bees and KC. As Nomar Garcia Parra's long walk-up animation finally finishes, and we get our first timeout of the game. You can see Shane Smith a little bit tired from running around those bases, probably from that trip, most likely. Looks like the hit and run is on. Nomar Garcia Parra swings and grounds this one. That's going to be tough. Diving is Jay Green, who just came off the pitcher's mound, and that's going to get by for an infield single for Nomar Garcia Parra, as Alicia Blakely herself goes to pick that one up. Mandy Coolidge. Alicia Blakely is on the Hornets. So Mandy Coolidge, 1 pitch into the game, and then a big swing and a miss from Joella Minotti, swinging for the fences there. A high fastball on the outside edge, and then takes a ball that tailed away. Good take. And oh my goodness, the big Nate-tastic 28, 53 months. My goodness, that sub streak is longer than some of the kids in the Backyard Baseball Discord. What an absolute, our very own Nate-tastic 28, as this is skied foul by Joella Minotti. And so it's a full count, 3-2, 2 outs, runners will be off. Here's the payoff pitch and a swing and a miss. Mandy Coolidge, fastball, bottom of the zone, gets Joella Minotti, and the Marlins get out of that jam, but they do allow 2 on a sac fly. And so they head into the home half here, already down 2 runs, looking to keep pace with the Daisy Queen Bees. So leading off is the heavy hitter, the pitcher, Jay Green, who's now playing third base. So can Jay Green, who allowed 2 runs, help himself out? And that might do it. It's a high fly ball to right field. Nomar Garcia Parra is back. Does it have enough? Yes, it does. Off the top of the fence. Oh, no, it bounced back into play. Heading to third now is Jay Green with a triple. Oh, boy, I thought that bounced over, but it bounced really high and then back into the field. More like the Big Ben Bath Beyond. It has a nice alliteration. I'll give you that much. So a leadoff triple for Jay Green, and Tanya Lesko skies this one to center field. And a little bit of miscommunication there. Joella Minotti is not able to come up with the catch. Kenny Lofton was coming in from center field. It drops for a single, and the Marlins, just like that, they get one back. They cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1. And they've got Tanya Lesko, the Jose Canseco clone, on first base, and Sally Dobbs up at the plate. And she takes strike 1, a Curveball on the outside edge. And here's a slow ball and swung on and drilled to center field, but Kenny Lofton looks like he's got it measured up. And he does not. Oh, he drops the ball. That's going to allow Tanya Lesko to move into second base and Sally Dobbs to be safe with a backyard baseball single. And if some of you have good memories and you were here for the Loba Backyard Baseball Online League playoff stream a few months ago, you would know Loba was terrorized by Kenny Lofton in center field, dropped that allowed 2 runs to score, and those 2 runs were the difference in that playoff game. So maybe a little bit of karma working out there, as this one is going to stay fair. It looked like it might have rolled foul, but Alicia Blakely picks it up, steps on first, but a productive out from Larry Walker moves the runners over into scoring position. Both runners into scoring position now as Sally Dobbs moves to second and Tanya Lesko is on second. So we'll see with first base open and Sophie Meyer up what Omar wants to do. And he is pitching. I was wondering if they were going to pitch around Sophie Meyer. Still pitching carefully, but that is a first pitch strike and then a swing and a miss. Swinging for the fences there is the 100 power bat of Sophie Meyer. So ahead in the count, 0-2 with some pitches to play with, although that is a ball much too high. Easy take for Sophie Meyer. So 1-2 now. Omar Stefano, 10th pitch of the inning. With only 1 out, that's another ball tailing away. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. Strike 3, looking at the top of the zone. Oh, that slow ball dropped in and catches Sophie Meyer for a backwards K. Big strikeout of the 100 power bat of Sophie Meyer. So, still with runners at second and third, but now 2 outs. Can Scary Gary Allen bring in the tying run and possibly the go-ahead run, even though we're only in the first inning? Take strike 1. And then that's a ball much too high. That slow ball did not drop enough into the zone. Omar Stefano with an early juice box on that strikeout. 1 strikeout, 1 juice box. That is really, really good RNG, as that's another ball, a little bit too low. Still holding on to that juice box, though. Swing and a miss as the hit and run was on, but going back to their respective bases as Tanya Lesko did another bluff attempt. So 2-2 now. Omar Stefano 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam. And no bite there from Scary Gary Allen. So it's a full count, 3-2, and not electing to use the juice box. They're going to bring in Nomar Garciaparra and make some defensive changes. Kenny Griffey Jr. out to right, Jose Canseco to short, and Omar Stefano. Well, thankfully for Gary Allen, this is not Marcos's team. This is Loba's team. So we'll see if he can maintain that moniker of Scary Gary Allen. And no, he cannot, because he goes down looking. Oh, Nomar Garciaparra comes in, and on 3-2, 1 pitch, a strikeout. So Sophie Meyer and Gary Allen strike out looking, stranding the runners at second and third. So the Marlins get 1, but that's all. And so we head to the top of the second inning. It is now a 1-run lead for the Daisy Queen Bees. And that brings up Lena Ang, the catcher for the Bees. She's ahead in the count now, 2-0. Mandy Coolidge remains in to pitch. Looks like they didn't make any changes. And Marco did catch that stray. Someone will have to clip that and send that to Marco, as this is a bouncing ball up the third base line, picked up by Larry Walker and fired over to first base in time to get the hustling Lena Ang, but not the fastest catcher out there. But a good play from Larry Walker to prevent an infield single. And first pitch swinging is Omar Stefano. This is a bouncer right to the first baseman, though, Sophie Meyer, who picks it up, steps on first, and this is a much cleaner inning so far from the Hornets. They've retired the 8 and 9 hitters. And so with the bases empty, 2 outs, Kenny Lofton, who had an infield single and then came around to score in the first inning, lines this one foul up the left field line. And then swinging at that high curveball, wanted to try to get it up the right field line. And so 0-2 is going to take that fastball at the bottom of the zone. Here comes the 1-2, a high slow ball, and it stays high, doesn't come down enough. So evening the count here is Kenny Lofton. making the Marlins throw a lot of pitches here, and that is strike 3 looking. A high curveball on the outside edge. So a much better inning, 1-2-3 inning on defense from the Marlins. But now they've got the bottom of their lineup coming up. See if they can produce anything. Still down a run, but did a good job to get the 8 and 9 batters, and then the leadoff, Kenny Lofton. Always good when you can get the leadoff, Kenny Lofton, and keep him off the bases, as that's a strike from Nomar Garciaparra. And then a swing and a high chopper. Is that going to stay fair? It is. Nomar Garciaparra dives on the ball and then tags Mandy Coolidge out himself. So a 1 unassisted in your scorebooks for those of you I know that are following along at home, of course. Nicky Winston steps up and swings at that first pitch. It looked like a good one, but and this is going to drop because Nomar Garciaparra decided, hey, I'll go to first base, as Mandy Coolidge came off of the bag, but nobody got under the ball. So what should have been an easy out is an infield single. We'll see if they can get Nicky Winston over, though. It's not the worst thing in the world having Nicky Winston on base, because now you can still have the possibility of a double play here, because you still got the bottom of the lineup with Donald Vogel at the plate. Not the best hitter, but can certainly get it into the outfield, which is what you're going to need with Nicky Winston on first base. That's a strike as Omar Stefano comes back into pitch. And this is a chopper to the right side. Alicia Blakely backs up and then steps on it. And, not in time. She didn't step on it. She threw to the pitcher covering. But just that little hesitation there allowed Donald Vogel to get in safely. So 2 infield hits now. And we're back to the top of the lineup, and it's Jay Green who swings and skies this one to right center. That's going to be a wall ball. Kenny Lofton's going to have to play it off of the wall, and he does it well to not allow it to bounce. But Nicky Winston on his horse is coming in to score, and this game is tied. So Jay Green, the Queen Bees could have been out of this inning had they made those 2 plays. But they allowed 2 infield hits to the 8 and 9 batters, and Jay Green comes through, and they still have a chance to go ahead as runners are on the corners here. And Tanya Lesko, first pitch swinging, skies it to left center. Kenny Lofton is under it. Attempting to go home now is Shane Smith and Jose Canseco. A little bit of a flub on the relay. And the Marlins, after being down 2-0 after the first inning, are now in front, ahead 3-2. And they still got a chance for more here. 2 outs, Jay Green on first base, and Sally Dobbs up at the plate. She swings and misses. That was a good pitch. Caught a lot of the plate on the outside bottom corner, but that's that one contact from Sally Dobbs as she takes ball 1 a little bit too high. So the Marlins scoring 2 in the inning, lead by 1, looking for more. But Sally Dobbs fouls that one back, so it's a 1-2 pitch from Omar Stefano, and a little bit too tall. Jay Green not electing to steal at any point in this at-bat. No hit and run so far either. Unless, of course, it was turned off. But it's a full count. He'll be off now. 3-2, 2 outs. The pitch, sky to left center. This has got a chance. It's going back. Kenny Lofton at the wall. Dives and makes the catch. Oh, my goodness. Robs a possible home run, but at least extra bases with a diving catch at the wall. What an impressive play from Kenny Lofton. Flubbed a easy fly ball to center field, but then makes the diving catch on Sally Dobbs. And so we head to the top of the third. Marlins ahead by 1, although there is a leadoff hit here from Shane Smith. So that brings up the big bat of Ken Griffey Jr. with the leadoff batter on. So you've already got your tying run aboard, nobody out. Ken Griffey Jr. certainly looking for something on the left side. Probably not going to get it. Swings and skies this one. That might have a chance to get over the fence. Back at the wall, and it is gone. Forget about it. Ken Griffey Jr. A little bit of backyard baseball. That one actually bounced back into the field. Oh my goodness. So Jay Green hit one in almost the same spot, and it bounced back into the field, but this time it goes down as a home run. And in this back and forth affair, the Queen Bees are back out in front by 1. A 2-run shot from Ken Griffey Jr. 187 feet, one of the shortest home runs you can hit. A little bit of a glitchy home run. But the Queen Bees immediately respond after giving up the lead. And we already knew this was going to be a good one between two veterans, and it's already shaping up to be that. As we're only 2 innings through this one, 7 runs combined, and Jose Canseco is on with an infield single, a little bit of a dirt yards infield single there. So 3 batters, 3 hits for the Queen Bees as Alicia Blakely takes ball 1 a little bit too low. Good take from the first baseman. She swings and misses. She was looking for a home run over the fence herself. But a good pitch on the inside edge as she swings at a high fastball and pops it up. Larry Walker looks to be under it, makes the catch. Jose Canseco stays at first base, and there is the first out of the 3rd inning. So 1 out, Jose Canseco still on first base. Nomar Garciaparra, who hit an infield single his first at-bat, steps up with the longest animation in the game. And his first pitch swinging at the inside fastball. That's going to get into left field and by the left fielder. Jose Canseco on his horse going to third. He's got a chance to round and go home. The throw from Sally Dobbs is a bad one. And the relay to third base. And, it's going to get by Larry Walker out of play. Nomar Garciaparra moves up to third, as Larry Walker did not want to catch that. And so it goes down as a triple for Nomar, a backyard baseball triple. And Jose Canseco comes all the way around to score from first base, and it's now 5-3 Hornets. They're back ahead by 2. That's a good take on a fastball just on the outside edge. 2-0 now to Joella Menotti, and then another ball a little bit too low. Mandy Coolidge certainly pitching carefully to the big power bat of Joella Menotti, and Joella, knowing that, swings at that ball 4 to force another pitch from Mandy Coolidge. Taking no chances and accepting her walk now is Joella Menotti. Another visual glitch there as Jose Canseco heads to first base. But it's not Jose, it's Joella Menotti. But a smart walk there. Because now with Lena Ang up, the slow catcher, you've got a chance for a double play if you can get it on the ground. Jay Green is back in the pitch now. The steal is on. Swing and a pop-up foul. Can Larry Walker get to this? It looks like he can, and he does. Joella is going to go to second base. The throw is there, and now the relay home. Nomar Garciaparra goes back. Joella Menotti goes back to third. This is now a rundown. Nomar Garciaparra caught in the middle, getting chased by Nikki Winston, and he's tagged out as Nomar thought Nikki was going to let that one go, but he turns around into the tag. And the Hornets run themselves out of the inning there. They do score 3 to go back ahead by 2, but it could have been more as the steal attempts did not work out. And so we head to the bottom of the 3rd. What a game it's already been. 8 runs combined in 2 1/3 inning as Larry Walker hits this one, and it's going to get by Jose Canseco into center field. So Larry Walker is on with a single up the middle, And so just like that, the tying run comes up to the plate, and it's Sophie Meyer, the 100 power bat. Certainly has a chance to tie this game. Is going to swing and drill this one to left center. Can Kenny Lofton get there? He can. Shoestring catch for Kenny Lofton in center field. Robs an extra base hit from Sophie Meyer. And so that is the first out, but you still got to deal with the next power threat in this lineup. Scary Gary Allen, not able to live up to his name last at bat, a strikeout looking. And he takes ball 1 at the bottom of the zone. Omar certainly pitching Gary carefully as this is skied right up in front of the pitcher. And Lena Ang makes the catch, bonks it off of her pitcher's head, and then all is well. So Sophie Meyer and Gary Allen 0 for 4 combined so far. Unproductive outs all 4 times. So a good job from the pitching staff of the Queen Bees to keep those 2 in check. And so Larry Walker, who's been stranded at first after the leadoff single, it's up to Mandy Coolidge. And it looked like she's not going to get the job done. This is a swinging bunt right in front of the catcher, thrown to first in plenty of time. And so the leadoff single is wasted. We are halfway through this game. It is 5-3 Queen Bees. KC is ahead in this one. But I'm sure the runs are going to keep coming. 8 runs already through 3 games. And these games are, everything about this is exactly the same as the Backyard Baseball Online League, as this is ripped to the first baseman, but she picks it up, and Jay Green runs her over, picks it up himself, and is able to just in time step on first. Jay Green got a little greedy there. Sophie Meyer had it all done herself, but Jay said, I'll handle this. But everything about this is the same. Rule set, game length, all of that is the same as the Backyard Baseball Online League. The only difference is the roster construction with player salaries, player contracts, and the auction draft that happened at the start of the season. As Shane Smith, who's 2 for 2 today, with a double and a single, definitely holding his own, swings and fouls this one away, takes the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. So it's a regular 6-inning game. As this is a strike at the bottom of the zone, Jay Green, after falling behind 2-0, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs, and a good take there from Shane Smith. That left hook curled a little bit too inside. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch, swing, and a bouncing ball. Backing up on it is Tanya Lesko, and she is not interested in fielding that, and then Sophie Meyer runs off the base. Larry Walker fires it into the street. And so moving up into second base is Shane Smith. That'll go down as a Backyard Baseball double. So Shane Smith, 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a single. Really productive day so far in the 2-hole for the not normally offensively prolific Shane Smith, as this is drilled to right field. Going back on it is Scary Gary. He's going to have to play it off of the wall, and it bounces. That's a friendly bounce. Shane Smith now is going to come in to score. And Scary Gary is holding on to that. He is not going to be able to make the throw. Ken Griffey Jr. is going to come in to score, as it looked like maybe there was some delay in the feed there. It looked like they were moving at Mach speed there for a second, but it goes down as an inside the park home run for Ken Griffey Jr. and an ice ball on the first pitch to Jose Canseco. A little bit of gamesmanship there, and then this one is right down the middle, but it's skied a mile high in front of the catcher, and he's able to make the catch to retire Jose Canseco, but 2 more runs cross the plate on a Ken Griffey Jr. inside the park home run. Poor Scary Gary Allen just didn't want to even make an attempt in right field. And so it's now a 4-run lead for the Hornets, and the Marlins, they've got a lot of work to do now to get back into this one. They've got one of their big bats in Nikki Winston, already 1 for 1 with a little bit of help. Skied it on the infield, but nobody wanted to field the ball as this is fouled straight back, and so now he's down 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 slow ball, and a good take. Oh, just missed the bottom of the zone. So a 2-2 pitch. Swing, and another foul ball straight back. That's right to me in the booth. Just kidding, I'm not in a booth. But if I was, that'd be right to me, and I'd have a souvenir. And this is skied another infield fly. Will somebody call it this time? They will. Lena Ang not going to let Nikki Winston get another infield single on a dropped fly ball. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that brings up Donald Vogel. He's going to swing first pitch. Joella Minotti ranging over and makes the catch, showing she can do more than just hit the ball far. Able to make that grab, and so that leaves it for Jay Green, who's got the bases empty this time. He was able to help his team out last time as he takes ball 1. And then he swings and hits a soft ground ball right to Jose Canseco. And 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. That is not what you needed after an extended inning in the top half to go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom half. And so we head to the top of the 5th inning. Hornets still up by 4. And they've got a chance to really put this one away, having gotten Jay Green out in the bottom half. As looks like maybe we have a crash. Maybe a crash, maybe a forfeit. I believe it is a forfeit. So we won't get a full game of baseball. We only get 4 innings from this one. But in the Battle of the Titans, this one goes to the Queen Bees. KC takes this one. Final score will be 7-3 in 4 innings. A forfeit in the top of the 5th from the Florida Marlins. So that drops them to 8-2, and the Queen Bees improve to 8-2. And now the Queen Bees have the tiebreaker as they are not in the same division. And seeding for this one, there's 3 divisions, and seeding for the playoffs is just done between the top 3 division winners. And assuming the Marlins and the Queen Bees win their divisions, the Queen Bees win a crucial tiebreaker game here with only 4 games left in the regular season. So a big win on the road. I say on the road, even though both these teams play at dirt yards. But a big win as the road team for KC and the Daisy Queen Bees. But that is going to do us here. That's going to do it for us here tonight on the Backyard Sports Center. Just a quick little stream for you. But don't worry, we've got a lot of backyard baseball action and backyard football action coming your way in the next few days. The backyard football playoffs are coming up, starting very soon. We're waiting on one more game in the backyard league, and the front yard league is all set. So we'll have a couple of really good playoff games in the next couple of days, hopefully, for you then. And yes, if you want to hear more from me and from Nate-tastic28, check out the Backyard Baseball podcast hosted by Nate-tastic28. Let me see if I can exclamation mark Patreon in the chat. That's a big link. But if you go to the Patreon, you can gain access to that Backyard Baseball podcast along with a lot of other exclusive content. But if we don't have anything for you in the next 2 days, then you definitely want to come back Sunday night. Sunday night here on the Backyard Sports Center, we have a really big Week 14 stream for you. We're going to have Backyard Baseball Red Zone, multiple games involving possible playoff coaches. They're all going to play at the same time as if we were doing a World Cup group stage final game type situation. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be 4 games at once. It's going to be someone going to the playoffs and someone going home, multiple people going home and multiple people going to the playoffs. So you definitely want to come back Sunday night for that Reddit Backyard Baseball League, the offline league, Week 14 final home stretch there. It's going to be a really fun stream. But that is going to do it for us here tonight. I've got no more announcements. I'll let y'all go. Have a great night. But this is Ben Bath Beyond, once again signing off on the Backyard Sports Center, and we'll see you soon, Backyard Sports fans.